In that video, we have seen the uses of water and its sources. Now, children, can you tell me some uses of water, the activity or work which you do and you need a water for that? Yes, very good. So, for washing your hand, for brushing your teeth, for bathing, for cooking food, for watering plants, you need water. And for drinking, you need water. So, these are the some uses of water. Then children, we have learned the source of water, the from where we get the water, and we have learned that about our third fourth of earth is covered with the water, and it is known as blue planet because third fourth of earth is covered, surface is covered with the water. That's why it's look blue and it's known as blue planet. Children, it is present in ocean, sea, river, lakes and ponds. So water is present in ocean, sea, river, lakes and ponds. So these are the sources, some sources from where we get the water, children. And we have also learned that water is also present under the earth's surface, which is called underground water. So water is also present under the earth's surface as groundwater. So, and we have learned that groundwater is the purest form of water for us, we can use as a drinking. So, the groundwater is the purest form of water. And children, we have learned about the shortage of water, some reason why the earth is covered by the 3/4 of water, but still we are suffering from the shortage of drinking water. We have seen that the water in ocean and sea is salty, so we can't use sea and ocean water for drinking, and for farmer and by the farmers for watering their crops. So the sea water and ocean water is useless for us because we can't drink it. Then we have seen the next reason that our main source of water is rain. However, it rain only 2 or 3 months in India, and in several places it hardly rain at all. So we have seen in our previous chapter some areas like Rajasthan. So there the rain is hardly occur. The next reason is the rivers are full of water during the monsoon month, and such river are called monsoon river, but most of the water simply flow into the sea. So if we are not using the water, so the river water simply flow into the sea, and when it mix with the sea the water becomes salty. Then it is useless for us because we can't use that water for drinking and for the farming. So that type of water become useless once they mix with sea water. Then children, during the hot summer month many of our rivers dry up. So this is also the main reason for the shortage of drinking water, because during the hot summer months many of our rivers dry up. So these are the few reason for the shortage of water. I hope you all have read the chapter again. Now our today's topic is providing water. Children, we have seen that water resources are unevenly distributed on the surface of earth. For an example, we have seen the people who live near river, they can take the water from the river, so they do not have any problem for the water. But some people who live in a dry areas, they have to walk for a mile where there is no source of water such like a river. So the people there, they have to walk for a mile to get a pot of water. So this show that the water resources are unevenly distributed on the surface of earth. Children, in today's video we will learn about the different resources of water from where we get the water, fresh water for our daily activities, for our daily work. So here are some water resources we have discussed in our earlier video. There are different resources like river water, well and tube well, irrigation canal, dam, tanks and ponds. So these are the different water resources from where we get the water, and today we will learn in the detail about these resources. So first one is river water. Children, in place where there are rivers, so the river water is cleaned and supplied as a drinking water. So where the river is there, the place where the river flow, the main source of water is their river. So the river water is cleaned first, then supply as a drinking water. Children, it is also used for irrigation. What is irrigation? The process of watering the crops is called irrigation. So what is irrigation? The process of watering the crops. So farmer use water to water their crops. So the process of watering the crops is called irrigation. So farmer use the river water for their irrigation, means to watering the crops. And then children, here our next water resources is well and tube wells. So children, in place where sufficient groundwater is available, where the sufficient groundwater is available, their wells are dug. So where the underground is present, where the underground is available in a sufficient amount, their wells are dug. So then what is tube well? Tube well are the well. It is also well, but in which the pump is installed. So with the help of pump, from where the water of well is taken out, is called tube well. The pumps run on electricity or diesel. So the pump which is used to take out the water from the well is run by the use of electricity or diesel. So children, they are commonly used in farms to provide water for irrigation. So such type of tube well is used in the field, in the farm for providing water for the irrigation. Now you know what is irrigation, the process of watering crops. So farmer use water pump for the irrigation. Children, now can you tell me which type of machine is well? It is simple machine or a complex machine? Very good. Well is a simple machine because in that one wheel is used. With the help of rope, the water is taken out from the well. But tube well is a complex machine because in that pump is used. And the pump is a complex machine. So the well is simple machine, but tube well is complex machine. Children, here you can see the picture of well and tube well. So this is the picture of well and this is the picture of tube well. Here you can see by the help of pump. This is pump. So by the use of pump, the water is used for the irrigation. Children, the hand pumps are worked by hand to draw the water from the deep inside the earth. So for draw the water which is present underground, the hand pump is also used. So hand pumps are used by hand to draw water from deep inside the earth. Then children, our next water resources is irrigation canal. Irrigation canal. Children, now you know what is irrigation. Irrigation is the process of watering plants. Now what is canals? What is canal? So canal is deep cut. It is a deep cut that is made through the land so that water can flow to the area where it is needed. So irrigation is the process of watering crops, and canal is the deep cut made through the land so that water can flow to an area where it is needed. Here you can see the picture. It is artificially dug area on the land through which the water is supplied in the area where water is needed. You have seen such type of canal in the villages. So an irrigation canal leading out of the Nagarjun Sagar Dam on the Krishna river. So this is a picture of an irrigation canal leading out of the Nagarjun Sagar Dam on the Krishna river. Children, irrigation canal are dug to take water from river to the region where there is shortage of water. So you have seen the picture. This is the picture of irrigation canal. So the land is cut, it's dug to take the river water in the places where the water is needed, where is the shortage of water. Children, the Indira Gandhi Canal in the Rajasthan. So it is the example of irrigation canal, the Indira Gandhi Canal, which is in Rajasthan. It take water from the Satluj river to the northwest area of Rajasthan. So we have learned in our earlier chapter that Indira Gandhi Canal, which is in Rajasthan, it take water from the Satluj river to the northwest area of Rajasthan where there is shortage of water. And then children, our next water resources is dam. Children, dams are built on river to hold the water in a reservoir behind the dam. So it is built on the river for holding the water. So dam hold the water. What dam do? Dam hold the water. So dams are built on the river to hold the water in a reservoir behind the dam. Children, the reservoir fill up during the monsoon month. You know, during the monsoon month their rivers are full of water. So what dam do? Dam hold the water in a reservoir area behind the dams. So the reservoir fill up during the monsoon month because of rainwater. So this water is used for the irrigation during the time when there is a shortage of water. Children, we have learned in the reason for the shortage of water that when there is a rain for 2 or for 3 months in India, and when there is a rain, that rainwater flow in a river and it go and mix with the sea water. So the water become useless. But in a dam, the rainwater is stored, which is filled during the monsoon month. The water in the dam fill in the monsoon month, and this water is used for the irrigation during the time when there is a shortage of water. So this is a use of dam. So dam store the water, and when there is a shortage of water in an area, so the water is supplied for in that areas for the irrigation and for the different activities. Children, the force of the water, the force of the water as it flow down from the reservoir is used to generate electricity. So it is also one another use of dam, that the water flow down from the reservoir is used to generate electricity. So dam also used for the generating electricity. So dam is used to generate electricity. Children, the electricity generated from the force of water is called hydroelectricity. So the electricity which generate by the using of water, the force of water, is called hydroelectricity. So children, hydro means water. So the electricity which is made by the use of water is called hydroelectricity. So electricity generated from the force of water is called hydroelectricity. Children, dams are useful in so many different ways and they are called multi-purpose project. So dams are useful in so many different ways too. You have seen that dam water is used for the irrigation when there is a shortage of water, and the second use you have seen, it is used to generate the electricity, and that electricity is known as hydroelectricity. So dams are useful in so many different ways and they are called multi-purpose projects. Children, then some major dams in our countries are as follows. So here are the some names of dam which is built in different on the different rivers. So the first is the Bhakar Nagal Dam, which is built over the Satluj river in the Punjab, and the second one is the Nagarjun Sagar Dam over the Krishna river. So the Satluj, on the Satluj river there is a Bhakar Nagar Dam, and over the Krishna river there is a Nagarjun Sagar Dam. So the Krishna river, in which the Nagarjun Sagar Dam is built, it is located in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Children, then the third one is the Farakka barrage over the Ganga river. It is located in West Bengal. So the third one is Farakka barrage, which is over the Ganga river. Then children, next one is the Hirakund Dam, which is over the Mahanadi river in Odisha. So these are the major dams in our country. So first one is Bhakra Nagar Dam, which is built over the Satluj river, and the second one is Nagarjun Sagar Dam, which is built over the Krishna river. Then third one is the Farakka barrage over the Ganga river, and the fourth one is Hirakund Dam over the Mahanadi river. Children, here you can see the picture of Nagarjun Sagar Dam on the Krishna river in Andhra Pradesh. Children, dams have advantage but it also have some disadvantage. So the next topic is the disadvantage of big dams. Children, the big dams are discouraged by the environmentalists, so they displace a large number of people live in the reservoir area. So the people which live nearby the dams, they have to displace, they have to leave their place and they have to go somewhere else. So the dams displace a large number of people live in the reservoir area. Children, they also destroy animal and plants life, and some scientists feel that the large reservoir can cause earthquake. So these are the some disadvantage of big dam. Children, then our next water resources is tanks and ponds. So children, in place where it is difficult to dig wells and where is the source of water like river is not there, so the people have to use tanks and ponds to collect rain water. So in the place where it is difficult to dig well, people often use tanks and ponds to collect rain water. Then children, our next, here you can see the picture of women taking water from tanks It is a picture of Rajasthan. So then children, our next topic is rainwater harvesting. So it is the method for saving, for collecting the rainwater. So children, the rainwater harvesting is good method for saving rainwater from having flow. So we have seen the reason of shortage of water because there is a monsoon month for 2 or for 3 months. So there is a rain and the rainwater simply flow away and mix with the seawater. But the rainwater harvesting method is used to save the rainwater from flowing away. Children, rainwater falling on the roof of the buildings and the ground is allowed to flow into a deep hole dug in the ground. So in this method we dug a hole. We dug deep hole in the ground, and in that deep hole the rainwater flow into a deep in these deep holes. So by this we can save the rainwater. So the rainwater when falling on the roof of the buildings and the ground, it allow to, this method allow to flow rainwater into deep hole dug in the ground. Children, it add the groundwater. It add to the groundwater, and the clean water that we get from the tap is groundwater. So by using this method we can save the water, and we should not waste the water. We should always save the water. So children, for today your homework is you have to read this chapter again and you have to learn the topic providing water, the different sources of water, from where we get the water.